Hey guys, Buildzoid here, and we're back with another video about the movement shooter that I'm working on. Um, because I've finally implemented a drag strip. And the reason I've done this is because so far I've been just tuning the movement system just based on like feel. Um, and I figured, it would be nice to know how fast you can actually go in this game, because you can go pretty damn fast. And I actually wanted like a proper measurement of it. Oh, I think I actually started the race already, but anyway, so this pipe right here is 1 kilometer long, and the reason it's a pipe is because there's like a wall kickoff mechanic, so I wanted to be able to test if like the wall kickoff mechanic is actually like worth using. That's why we have the pipe. Now the wall kickoff I have is a bit uh it's not that, it doesn't give you that much like sideways momentum, so that's why we have this like divider here so that you have like a narrow passage that you can kick off in reliably. Anyway, so let's measure some movement techniques. We're gonna start with just basic bunny hopping, and then we're gonna progress towards progressively more and more ridiculous amounts of speed. The grappling hook is very overpowered, but even the wall kickoff is actually, the grappling hook right now feels really overpowered to me. But it's fun in its current state, so I don't really want to change it. And then the wall kickoff is actually also pretty damn powerful. So, yeah, but we're not going to test those initially. We're just going to start with basic bunny hopping, maybe with some like crouch sliding, because I do have a crouch sliding mechanic, but it's a bit clunky right now with the, like, I think the triggering on the start and end points of the racetrack might not be reliable with it, so we're not gonna test that. We're just gonna start with just basic bunny hopping, which can go pretty fast, like wait. I think if I do it perfectly, we can actually build infinite speed, but yeah, I have to not touch the ground. There is a little... There's like a... So that was 20 seconds to run a kilometer. That's fast. That's very fast. But it's nowhere near the fastest movement method here. And I wasn't bunny hopping very well, so let's see if I can clean that up. This is also the other reason why I added this, is like just to... Because like I just enjoy like racing games. So yeah, this is not much of a racetrack. But there's a lot more, like, instead of worrying about, like, getting the corner and racing line right, we just worry about the technique. So I'm going to try bunny hop without touching the ground. Because basically the way the movement system works is you can keep accelerating as long as you're not touching any surfaces. And I am doing a terrible job of this. Yeah. There is a little bit of a, like, assist on the bunny hopping, and yeah, that was worse. Okay. Evidently I'm thinking about it too much or something. I don't know. Because it shouldn't be, like, there's like a... Like, you can actually you can bunny hop before you touch the ground. And the reason for that is that, like, I was having issues with detecting if the player collider was, like, on a edge like this. It would sometimes not let you jump properly, so there's a extra detector under the player to figure out if like you should be able to jump or not. And that, like, so basically you can, if you hit that detector perfectly, you can jump before you're even touching the ground. And that lets you build up even more speed, but the timing on that is really awkward. Which is why like my second time was actually worse. So let's see if I can just go faster. And yeah, the track doesn't care about like starting times, so oh, I got the feel. Oh, 18 seconds. So yeah, that is very, very quick, but let's go faster, because we can go faster. Now, the next technique, we're just going to use recoil boosting. So I'm just going to make sure that all my guns are fully loaded. You could try, actually, I guess you could maybe boost off of walls with the rocket jump. Because, like, that pushes you back. So I guess if you got really good at, like, doing it side to side, you could probably zip down the narrow passageway pretty damn quickly. But I've tried to do, like, rocket jump, like, horizontal boosting with the rockets for me, like, has not worked. I'm very bad at it. So, like, theoretically, there's, like, also, there is a thing where you can, like, stack a bunch of the special rockets, and then if you detonate all of them at once, that absolutely yeets you. But you have, like, air resistance, which I guess if you crouched immediately after, it might work better. So, yeah, you can go pretty fast with that. We just got 12 seconds. But that was the grappling hook doing a lot of the carrying. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you got really good at detonating the rocket, like, right as it's in... Oh, wait, no, you'd have to detonate it with another rocket. So, yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe there's some way to exploit that. You can technically grapple onto a rocket. The thing is, rockets actually travel slower than the player in terms of, like, peak speed. Like, we can ride the rocket. Whee! Yeah, so this is, like, nice and reliable, except I sent it into the ceiling, so it's going to stop eventually. So, yeah, that took 17 seconds. Also, the special rockets have, like, a little wind-up time, basically to make it easier to shoot them in midair when you initially spawn them. They, like, go really slow, and then they ramp up to their full speed. I think their full speed is something like 70 meters per second, so they are actually kind of slow. Also, they despawn after some time. Oh, and I can't aim. Okay, well, at least the infinite void solver works. Yeah, if you fall too far below the map, the game just resets you to 0, 0, I think, or plus 100, 0, something like that. Anyway, so you know what? Let's do the recoil boosting. I think I'll start with the shotgun, and then actually no, let's just start with the machine gun. And obviously, I'm going to bunny hop while doing this. Okay, the shotgun hits way harder, but yeah, the reloads are set up so that, like, the shotgun will reload by the time the machine gun's out. And that was 13 seconds, so you can go pretty damn fast by doing that. Funnily enough, the way this, like, boost on the shotgun works, it's not... I think it might not be the fastest way. I mean, we can test it, right? Like, that's the whole point. So let's see. Because it has a pretty long cooldown, and the peak speed is pretty high, but the thing is, it resets your... Like, it doesn't build. So yeah, that was 13.5 seconds. That's not the fastest we can go. It is very convenient. And in, like, certain situations, it's like a lifesaver because you can basically instantly change direction with this. Because otherwise the player has a lot of momentum to them, which is just something I really like when, you know, your character just really, like, carries speed. So that's sort of why the movement here works the way it does. Is just like, I like it when you have momentum because it's just, you can do fun things with that. Anyway, so let's just try the wall boosting technique. So I guess I'm gonna boost in, and it's a bit brainless because we just mash spacebar. Actually, maybe. Okay, timing it might actually be faster. Yeah, we're over 100 speed horizontal. Holy crap! That. Okay, I screwed that up. That can go so much faster. Towards the end of that, my horizontal speed was over 100 and, like, not dropping. So I botched the start. So yeah, that shotgun boost into, like, the just wall kickoff. Oh, missed one. The thing is, when you miss the kickoff, you start losing speed. Oh man, we're going so damn fast. That was 9 seconds. Hot damn. Okay, well, if I design levels around that technique, then it'll be very useful. But I do have to design levels around it because currently the grappling hook, I don't think we can reach speeds quite that high by just abusing the grappling hook. But it's way more convenient. That's like the one thing, and the thing is, I don't want like there's a lot of like arena like yeah, there's a lot of shooters that have like grappling hooks that are very annoying to use, right? Where like the grappling hook only pulls you directly towards itself, and it's very limited in terms to what it can actually grab, and it's just like I don't like that because it just makes it like really gimmicky in my opinion. Whereas like I like the idea that like yeah, you can just grab whatever, and then like yourself into an enemy and die with it, or pull yourself into a environmental hazard or something. So anyway, yeah, though I think the shotgun boost right at the start is like the way to go because like there isn't like a countdown and you have to stand still, so like you can build up some speed before going into the arena. Yeah, I don't think this goes as fast as the wall riding technique. Yeah, that's 10 seconds, which is still crazy fast. Um, I can't do the calculation off the top of my head. I will add a thing where it displays your like average speed for each run. I don't think I mean peak speed I am not sure how I would measure. Oh wait, I could measure that just from the horizontal speed meter, but for average speeds like I'm going to add a little readout for average speed. But I did one run which was like 12.34 seconds to get down the entire tunnel, and that works out to about 290 kilometers per hour. Um, so I have a bit of a speed problem when it comes to movement design. Because the thing is, like, the movement in this game is literally just tuned around, like, well, this feels right. And evidently, I feel good going about 300 kilometers per hour. So, yeah. I think the drag strip, like the drag pipe, I might make more of these. Well, like this whole map is supposed to be like a movement arena, like movement testing zone, so there's not going to be any enemies. Though actually that's dumb. I could put enemies. You could just play it on the test mode if you don't want to die. Um, so yeah, just like there's going to be drag strips and like more complicated race courses as well to test like different techniques. I kind of want to do something that like forces you to use the crouch mechanic more because right now it's not very useful. Actually, I just had an idea. So what I haven't tried is recoil boosting the crouch because the crouch removes air resistance. And there's like wacky ideas I've done. Like so while you're crouched, you slow down a lot less, which means the recoil boosting while a crouch might be faster. The only thing is, oh no, I didn't put a ledge at the end. Okay, so we should be fine. We should just crouch and then I don't think it's working very well. Yeah, no, actually that's not working very well. Yeah, that's really slow. That's going to take forever. Screw that. So, but yeah, now I have like a way to test like different movement mechanics and figure out if like they should get buffed or something. Because right now the crouch ability it's like okay, you can't really see on that material what it does, but like if we land and I'm just standing, right? You can see how we slow down pretty quickly. Well, with a crouch, it takes a lot longer to slow down, basically. That's all it really does. But evidently, like, it has a speed limit while touching the ground, which I didn't think it did or something. I don't know. It's not very good. Its current configuration. Actually, wait, doesn't... I think this firing... the alt fire has, like, more recoil on the machine gun, so maybe that'll get us more speed. Nah, not really. And it's really hard to keep the, like, vector. Yeah, because if you're touching, yeah, the ground resistance, like, I have a lot of friction, relatively speaking. Like, compared to my air resistance, the ground resistance is, like, very high. Not, you know, realistic, but in the scope of my game, like, yeah. Um, anyway, so yeah, that's some of the fun movement things you can do. Actually, you know what? Let's try and get a rocket down the. What if I use one of the fast ones? Oh, this might be it. Come on, let's go. Wait, did I send it into the ceiling again? Yup. How am I so bad at this? Okay, we'll use one of the small rockets. That was 16 seconds. Yeah, because the small rockets, I think, travel at 120 meters per second. So they're, like, getting up to that level of speed as the player is hard. Like, really hard. That's about 360 kilometers per hour. So we're going to aim it there. And up. We should be able to boost into it. I hope it doesn't despawn. Oh. Wait, it's not going that fast. Oh, it did despawn. It doesn't even fly a kilometer. Okay, I'm going to have to buff the lifespan on those. So those suck. So that doesn't work. Anyway, hopefully you find this somewhat interesting. I am evidently, yes, like, so this is the thing. It's like, well, yeah, so I have things to tune now. Actually, probably in the future, because the game is not progressing very quickly because I add, like, one thing and get incredibly distracted for, like, forever, and then just don't add anything for ages. But yeah, I'm super pleased with this. Because it makes me, like, now, like, yeah, now I can, like, tune a lot of the movement abilities based on, like, actual test data instead of just like, oh, it doesn't feel fast enough or whatever, which is how I was doing it before. I'm not sure I'm going to change much. I think the crouch needs to get buffed, and then I'm pretty happy with the grappling hook. The rockets need to get tweaked a bit because, yeah, they don't last very long. And then, like, I would like, if this was actually viable as a movement technique, but the thing is the explosion's, like, not big enough. Right? Because you need to get the rocket, like, you need to be in the blast to get the kick from it, and that's really hard in terms of, because, like, the faster you go, the less, like, the later the rocket's going to hit the ground relative to your position, so you're going to be, like, you need to aim it more and more under yourself to get the same amount of horizontal boost, basically. Once you're going fast enough, I don't think the rocket will hit the ground before you're out of range. So, anyway, that's it for this video. Hopefully you found it somewhat interesting, and goodbye.